Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is your Goddess Guru, Tyra Omilade, here to share a word of inspiration with you on your path to self-realization and self-mastery. Today is February the 6th, 2020. OMG, we are all up in this piece. We are here, y'all. Woo! So I wanted to get on today and talk to you, just to give you something to think about. As we approach this full moon, grand rising. How are you, boss bliss? Something to you can use to continue to advance, yourself towards your goals, towards your objectives, towards your intentions. I think this is an important year for us to realize that balance is a key word. I know that within the inner circle that I have, my membership site, the readings for the last few months, I just keep pulling Ma'at. So, Ma'at says, look at the big picture, because when you can see the big picture, you're not distracted by the minute details. They don't throw you so much. So that's one thing. And of course, we know Ma'at is her symbol is the scales of justice. And so that a lot of times has to do with, is our heart as light as a feather. And you know what? It's interesting because the heart and living from our heart, this is a theme of Leo, which this full moon is in Leo. But another way that we can look at these scales is one looking to see, are our lives in balance? And a lot of us will feel like our life is not in balance right now. If we just think about the astrology, we have, been having anywhere from 4 to 5 planets in Capricorn at one time. So it's called a stellium. So right now in Capricorn, we have Jupiter, we have Saturn, and we have Pluto. As we entered into the new year, the Mercury was there, Venus had been there. At some point, the moon was there, and we are about to have pretty soon, Mars is going to be there. So just think about the planets are concentrated in one place. And so it's making us have to go in one direction, which can create imbalance. So what we have to do is find ways to bring ourselves in balance. And I'm getting more and more clear after a full year of having a membership site and sharing weekly readings. I'm getting more and more clear that one of my main goals and objectives is to help people understand the cycles so that we can keep ourselves in balance. It doesn't mean that life won't be challenging. It doesn't mean that things won't happen that we don't like. It just means that we won't be swayed too far from the right or left. And the more you know about the cycle that you're in, it will allow you to work with it, even if it's a cycle that's saying, hey, it's time for you to cleanse, to purify, to release, and to let go. That's not easy. You can find a way to release, to let go, to cleanse and purify that doesn't completely wreck your life. It is time out for that, y'all. It's time out. We are way more enlightened than humanity has ever been, or has been in a very long time. Let me not say ever been, has been in a very long time. And we actually are at the forefront of this awakening. So we have the opportunity to evolve, to grow without our lives being wrecked. We deserve to have balance. We deserve to feel good. We deserve to be living in alignment with our destiny. And so understanding what cycle we're in and what is the focus right now, that can help keep us in balance. And that is why I've shown up here today. Good morning. Hello. LeMay, Monica. Woo, how are y'all doing? I'm sorry I didn't announce it, but I was like, I just got to get on because I have to go teach later. So I was like, I'm just logging on. So Glad y'all are here. Okay. So this moon is in Leo. I know that one of y'all is a Leo. I'm not gonna put your business out there, but I know your chart. Welcome to your full moon, Leos. All right. Everybody, let's give it up for the Leos. I know folks like to hate on the Leos because Leos are very confident and they don't mind letting everybody know how wonderful and glorious they are. But you know what they're doing? They're showing us how the rest of us just need to be, because that's what Leo is all about. It's all about confidence. It's all about shining and shining from your true giftedness. It does not matter about the likes or the dislikes on social media. Who, am I like looking like the best of the best on social media? When it comes to Leo, they don't care, right? Leo is going to shine standing in a room by themselves. They will imagine all of their fans clapping their hands and cheering for them because they know they are special. They know they are unique and they are proud of that, because Leo has to do with what are you proud of. So I want you to do right now, stop and take stock. Take stock. We are always beating up on ourselves. I have a lot of women that watch my videos. We women have a propensity for never feeling like we've done enough. We all got this superwoman complex, this superwoman way of being. And I adore superwoman, but guess what? When we're being superwoman, we need to own it. We don't need to be superwoman because it's like, I'm not good enough. I haven't done enough. So let me do more. I have been there and I still have to tell myself, you know what? What you've done is enough. I mean, I ask myself, have you even stopped to look to see what you have achieved in your life? I hope at the end of every year, you stop and take stock of the good things. We love keeping a tab of what we've done wrong, but I'm here to let you know that that's a part of our programming. Okay. That's a part of the way the world has us programmed, because that's a form of control. And I'm not about conspiracy theories. I mean, I don't knock conspiracy theories. I'm just saying, if you really pay attention to what is emphasized, it's not what's right, it's what's wrong. If you have this problem, I got this thing for you. A lot of times, when we think about the school system, who do they praise? The students with A's. If you make if you're an A student and you make a C, it rips them apart, right? Because the C is bad, But what if I got a C in the midst of, a sick parent and, the family problems, family living on, in the car, and I get a C? That C, that C is an A, right? It's all perspective. So maybe you had a bad year, maybe you had a year of loss, and you see other people, they have their business going, or they have a new relationship, they went on all these trips, but baby, you had a year loss and you still lived to tell the story. You still lived a life with decency and respect. Yeah, it was hard, and you ended up having to work like 15 jobs, and you thought you were going to lose your home, but you fought, you scratched, you clawed to make it in an honorable way. Baby, you need to give yourself some love and respect. And if you achieved a lot and you can't look back and be like, look at what I did. Wow. It's always like, it's not enough. It's not enough. Yeah, I made it here, but I haven't made it to that level of income that I want yet. Or I didn't have the relationship that I wanted, or whatever it is that you were like, yeah, I made it, but it just ain't good enough. And so I just got to work, keep going, to see if I can finally prove that I am worthy, that I am good, I need you to stop and take a minute and look back. There was a time when our ancestors did not have these opportunities. You have done your ancestors, just shown them so much respect and love by working hard, building that business, getting that education, raising your children, being faithful and loving and kind to your partner. Oh, Lord. Oh, y'all, let me see who's at my front door. Someone's at my door. It's probably a delivery person, but I just need to make sure it's not my neighbor. Sounds like a delivery person. Hold on one second. Will you go open the doors? FedEx come out and sign for it. Y'all catching me live and living in color, baby. I have a camera at my front door. Welcome to YouTube Live, baby. Okay. Anywho, my son is going to go down there. So, yeah, you need to realize you are showing your ancestors so much respect by doing what they could not do, perhaps, or continuing their legacy. So, yeah, y'all, come on, let's shine. Let's take stock during this Leo full moon of the accomplishments that we've made, of the way we have shined and stood out. And I also encourage you to be okay with shining and standing out in the crowd, especially when you're operating from your special gift, your special, whatever is special and unique about you. And that's the other thing that just really irritates me about modern day society. When you're shining like a star, folks hating on you and making you feel bad for being beautiful, for being talented and gifted, and blinging that money and having education and wearing nice garbs and strutting around with, your amazing boo thing, So, don't hide your light just because the world can't handle, folks being who they were born to be and meant to be. We're not doing that. We, the Goddess Body Mind Spirit community, we are absolutely not doing that. So that's something, because the full moon is about culminations and it's about endings. And Leo is positive energy. It's about, shining and what are you proud of? And I hope right now that you write in the chat box, or if you're watching the replay, write in the comments, what are you proud of yourself? What are you proud of you for? I don't want to hear nothing about nobody else, all right? Unless you proud you did something for somebody else. What are you proud of? This is a time, a safe space for you, and I put this in quotes, to brag, all right? We're doing positive bragging today. I'm asking you, please, 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 grand risings to everybody. Mwah! It's good to see you all. I'm asking you all, please, write in, what are you proud of? All right? So yeah, that's what this moon is largely about. If you can think back to August 2019, because that's when we had the Leo full moon, okay? I want you to think, what did I set my intentions for that new moon? What were you working on? That was an incredible time astrologically to begin something, to set some new intentions. And I want you to think about, what did you do? I'll tell y'all, for me, as I think back at that moon, first of all, I created the Leo, the masterclass. What do I call this? Masterclass workshop series. And this one was on Leo. This is the first course I created that I put out publicly. I have some courses in my inner circle, but I haven't really shared them publicly. But this one I shared publicly and sold it for, the cheap or whatever. just because I was like, I just want to do it. This is something I really want to do. And this is a special time of year. Leo is the astrological spiritual new year. And so I remember finding a mentor right around the same time who has helped me be able to do some things that I hadn't been able to do prior to, with, growing this YouTube channel, having a membership site, all that kind of good stuff. And I remember committing to really being open to shining and my gifts and my talents. And I just had a conversation with a friend this morning about how I'm just at this place where I'm like, you know what? My gifts make me feel vulnerable, or you have to be vulnerable in order. Like, if you are a channel, if you are very intuitive, you can relate to what I'm about to say. When you are a channel and intuitive, you are very vulnerable because you have to open yourself up to hear, and it's a different way of being, and it comes off as being sort of weak. And I had sort of suppressed it to protect myself and, to present as strong. But just this morning, I was like, even before I talked to my friend, I was thinking, wow, I can tell that my gift is coming back stronger like it was when I was a kid. First of all, because I'm opening myself to it, but because I feel it in a different way. And I was like, okay, just be okay with it, And here we are on the cusp of a Leo new moon. I hadn't even a full moon. I hadn't even related it to it at that point, but until just right now, actually. So it's like living according to these cycles. You plant the seed at one time and you harvest them at another. Okay. So we just had the Aquarius new moon. Please, please, please. I hope you have written down some New Year's intentions. All right. Definitely for this next month, but for this Aquarius new moon, I need it for y'all to write down some New Year's intentions. All right. So once we get to this Aquarius full moon, and it should be around August. Hey, y'all, I expect to hear that y'all are harvesting some seeds. All right. We living according to the cycles. Folks want to know, how do I work with the goddess? Live according to the cycles. This is one of the ways we do this. Let me see here. Let's see here. All right, Centra. 33rd day on the master cleanse. I've released so much. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of you, Centra. Yes, let's give it up. Let's give it up. Boss Bliss. I'm proud of myself because you lost your father. All the loss my family has felt, with 2019, me being me, I didn't fold. Oh, I know you feel so much better. I'm getting my life back in balance, even though this year has started off with, a decking ball. You know what, Boss Bliss? It's been hard. It's been hard. You are now making up excuses. Nothing. It's been rough. So let's give it up for Boss Bliss. She did not fold. She was like, this is who I am. This is who I am. Monica, I'm proud of myself for starting my business and not giving up when it meant working 3 different jobs in a day at times. Girlfriend, may your business be ultra blessed that you can just throw those 3 jobs off to the curb. All right. Boss Bliss, I am just knowing that you are balanced and you are walking the straight and narrow to your destiny, thriving and just living life like the boss that you are, Centra. May you continue to just let it all go. Don't pick none of it back up. Walk fresh, clean, and anew, giving it up for you all. Queen Beauty, I am proud that I can love myself and say no when I am not able to do yes. Queen Beauty, thank you for being an example. So many of us need this example of loving ourselves as well as saying no. All right. No is like one of the best words. Folks think no is a bad word. No is a good word. That's called having boundaries. May you stand strong in self-love and having boundaries, Queen Beauty. Chula Green, starting my own band. Look at you. Yes, starting a nonprofit. Okay, Chula's a little creative over here. Okay. Writing original plays, wrote my first original song, and she put it out there and exposed, putting herself out there. Yes, Chula, let me tell you something. Before I started working as an artist in a nonprofit, I knew I liked the arts, but I didn't see the back end of it and how much goes into one's art form. And just like I was talking about that vulnerability, I am telling you, artists have to be vulnerable because, like she's saying, she's creating her own plays, her own music. She has a band and putting herself out there. But what I have learned about artists is the world would crumble without artists because artists help us to express what maybe I can't get out. You'll get out through that song. And I listen to it and I'm like, yes, yes, Chula said it exactly the way I felt it. And I feel, validated, or maybe I feel inspired to go take some action that I hadn't taken before. So you go, girl. We are cheering for you. This is your moon. If anyone is having a Leo full moon moment, I would say it's Chula the artist because Leo is an artsy sign. Yes, let's cheer each other on. All right, LeMay, I am so proud of myself for going through the healing process and allowing spirit to guide me. It was a rough time because I was in a relationship with a narcissist. So she says, was in a relationship, not in a relationship with a narcissist anymore. You can only heal. You can only heal from that. And yes, let me tell you something. Healing is an act of courage. That is also something that is related to Leo. Leo is about being courageous. Think about that lion. Think about that lioness. Okay. It's a full hearted thing. And just because something is full hearted doesn't necessarily mean we feel comfortable because it's like new and uncharted territory sometimes, right? But when that heart is so full and it's leading you, oh my gosh, that's an act of courage. And we always get great dividends. So, yes. Yes, LeMay, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy. And she said, allowing spirit to guide me. It cannot be overstated the importance of following the guidance of spirit. May you continue to be healed and to be guided by spirit, and may your next relationship be one with someone who is very healthy and balanced and helps to enhance you and you enhance that person. All right. So, woo, thank y'all so much. Yes, ashe, ashe, ashe. Oh, many, many blessings of the goddess be upon you. Everybody watching this video, may the mothers and the ancestors continue this, the Orisha continue to bless you all and your family. Y'all, this is our time. And y'all are showing me, we said we would not be left behind. The mothers told me 2 years ago, let everybody know, no one's being left behind. You will be drugged. You will not be left behind. You can walk, but if you don't come on board, guess who's getting dragged to the finish line? You are. But y'all are doing the work. Y'all are doing the work. So from the Metu Neter Oracle is White Shep negative, excuse me, and Shep's positive. So let me tell y'all about this White Chat energy. I relate it to the energy of Oya because it's also the energy of the eclipse. And think about the energy of an eclipse. It changes things. But the thing is, it brings about fated events, changes that needed to happen. And the longer I study astrology, the more convinced I am that each one of us put our chart in place. So we were born at the exact moment that we were born so that certain events would happen to help keep us on the path to straight and narrow. So it could be that we come here and these eclipses help put us more directly on the path. Or it could be, once we get to this particular eclipse, whichever one it is, we're so far off the path that the eclipse happens to bring us back. So eclipses don't have to be life altering if we're more in alignment, like what LeMay said, if we're following spirit. um, Eclipses don't have to like completely and totally rock our world. But and so eclipses bring change, and it's change that's going to put us on a positive road. Now we are coming out of eclipse season. We're out of it essentially, but sort of not, because the eclipse energy lasts for 6 months, with the eclipse energy peaking 3 to 4 months out. Okay. And I need to get the date of when the one eclipse trigger I know we're going to have. I want y'all to look for this date. Now, y'all know for the eclipses, it was for these last two eclipses, Capricorn and Cancer, Aries and Libras are feeling it the harshest. Okay. For the rest of, well, not the rest of us, but like the earth signs and the water signs, except Cancer, are not feeling it exactly like everybody else. Now you need to know your chart, because if you all you know is your sun, you'll think you don't have the full picture. Let me say it that way. When is Mars? Mars is going to be in Capricorn. What was that last eclipse? I'll get that for y'all. I'll make a graphic and post it. But there's going to be a trigger once Capricorn goes into, once Mars goes into Capricorn. It's actually going to be right around the time that it's at 0 degrees. When Saturn goes, when Mars goes into Capricorn, right around 0 degrees. Oh, I'm acting brand new, y'all. Let me stop acting brand new. So that's going to be around February the 17th. I want you to think back to the eclipse in December. What did that bring up for you? Do you remember? Woo, because that could be part of what, we need to be thinking about right now. You need to be knowing what's going on in that Capricorn house and that Cancer house, so that you'll understand perhaps what is it about the eclipse that you really and truly are not integrating into your life, because that's what the White Chat Negative is saying. What is it about the eclipse energy? And there was one on the 10th of January in Cancer. And if you can think back to that time, what was going on around, was it the 12th? No, the 10th. It was the 10th. What was going on around that time? Okay. And so whatever, and if you don't know, if you really did not log and journal during that time, what I encourage you to do is to think about, where is life pulling you? Where's life pulling you? And honestly, y'all, I'm telling y'all, astrology or numerology, I encourage you to use it. Because, for instance, I'm having a particular transit, and this is specific to my chart. And it has to do with Uranus, which is all about making sudden changes. And here lately, I've just been feeling like I just want to make a change. Y'all remember last year I cut my hair off. And so this year, I'm just feeling the same way. It's like I just need to make a change. And so this morning, I sort of felt myself slipping into doing things like looking at social media, because I felt a little tired. And I had said, I'm not doing that. Like, I feel free when I'm not on social media, unless I'm engaging you all, or making a post, like, to let people know I'm having class or something like that. But just scrolling, no more of that for me. Another thing is, I've been talking for how long about losing this extra weight. And so I will snack when I'm tired, and I know this. And so this morning I was feeling tired, which is why I was feeling the propensity to scroll. And I heard, you better make some changes. You said you want something new and something different. This is not new and different. This is the old you doing what you've always done, which means, guess what, baby? You're going to get the same results. And I thought about that Uranus transit and I was like, okay, if I don't make the changes myself, Uranus is going to thrust me into some change that I probably need, but it'll be harsh if Uranus has to make the change. Change or be changed. So that's when I said, okay, I need to really understand. I'm feeling pulled to make changes. I don't want to make changes that I don't think about well and all that kind of good stuff. So at least let me make some small micro changes. And with that, I turned on the guided meditation and I went and got a cup of water. So you can feel what you're being guided to do. This is what the eclipse is calling you to do. And so you need to go on ahead and make these changes. Now, we'll say the other thing that White Chat Negative speaks to is during this time, which I just feel like the veil is thin all year long because it's just so much energy going on that's a little harsh. So we're not able to get settled down. Most of us probably do not feel settled. We feel unsettled. And that's because change is happening, right? And so because we're not settled and the veil is thin, it could be we're just taking in all kinds of stuff. And so we need to guard our energy, wear your crystals, put on your lekes if you have lekes, whatever it is you do to guard your energy. I also wear thick layers of shea butter, smudge in Sao Paulo. Let's see here. Taking luxurious baths, using aromatherapy, doing yoga and breath work. What are some of the things that you all do to keep your energy balanced and to keep your energy balanced and to make sure, like, if you pick up something negative, you send it away. Hey, Cassia, that's my baby. Michael Jackson, really? The song or like in your head, Centra? Now, who was this? I think it was Centra said she detoxed. I think this is a good time for a physical detox. Yeah, I do think that. Like, if this is a good time for your body, everybody needs to honor their bodies. But detox can be as simple as just like letting go of foods that are maybe a bit too processed or they harm your body. It doesn't have to be anything super serious, just anything that will allow you to get a little more free in your body. So I think that would be another way to, make sure we're not picking up on a bunch of negative stuff, or if we do, we're able to release it. Oh, blessing of the head too is another one. Oh, yes, got you. Centra said, I'm gonna make a change. So y'all listen to that song today. We're gonna, hey Momo, how you doing? We're gonna take Centra's suggestion. I'm gonna make a change by Michael Jackson. Make a change, whatever the name is. Man in the Mirror, I think is what it is. So, and if you don't like Michael Jackson, that's okay. I'm not going to disrespect him. I'm not going to disrespect his music. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. Let's see here. Okay. So, yes. And also the other thing is use Feng Shui, which I've gotten into. That will help with your energy, with keeping your energy balanced, with keeping this White Chat. It talks about what's in your environment is affecting you. So most of the people I've been working with, I tell to go to mariediamond.com, and she has this booklet that you can print out once you put in your birthday, and she tells you what your success direction is, your health direction, spiritual direction. I need to find out what is that fourth one. I just focused on success initially and then the other two. Let's see here. and watching her videos, and I'm sure there's others. If you have some feng shui person that you're really into, let me know. She's the first one I found, so I just started looking at her. But white chat does indicate clear clutter in your environment, so that will clear clutter in your inner world. And she talks about how the environment is the 3D vision board. So, what is your vision board looking like? White chat negative with this full moon is saying we may see our 3D vision board is not in balance, and we need to bring it into balance. And let's see here. Yeah, I do think this is a good time if you use talisman. I'm starting to get more into talisman amulets from what I'm learning, and y'all can tell me what you know, because I'm not saying I'm an expert. But amulets are about bringing more abundance and prosperity, and talisman are more about protection. And so this is a moon where we may feel like we need to have a little extra protection. I have neglected to talk about the awesome and amazing Aquariuses out there, because you are a part of this full moon. So Aquariuses, you're going to be feeling this quite a bit too. Enjoy. Yeah, so the other energy that spoke that made me so excited is the ancestors. So I would say the goddess that we probably are working with would be Oya. That's based on the white chat. We are working with the energy of Oya, because she's about change. She's about transformation. And Oya, actually, I see her as a warrior. She gives us the courage to go on ahead and make the change, right? She is like, let's just do this. Let's just do this. And the last thing I'll tell y'all that I did as a spiritual ritual was I swept my house quite a bit at the Lunar New Year, and then again on Imbolc. Okay. So working with a broom and spiritually sweep. It may not be that your floor needs sweeping, but you're sweeping, as if you're sweeping away whatever's within you that Oya is asking you to let go of. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so Shep's positive. So that's the ancestors. This is a great time to honor our ancestors. Now, we talked about Leo being an energy of being proud, and Leos are known for being great family members. I know if you have a Leo parent, they may have been a little extra. I do. My dad's a Leo. He's extra. Right? They're just extra in their own special way, and it's not knocking y'all. But sometimes Leo parents, it's a little challenging with y'all. But anywho, they're very proud of their family. It's a fixed sign. Leo is about loyalty, and it's a very devoted sign. If you want someone to be in your corner who's going to be giving you the pep talk of a lifetime, get a Leo in your life. Get a Leo. All right. And so when we think about family, we think about legacy, right? And this is what Sheps talks about. It talks about the legacy that the ancestors of light left. What part of it are you to pick up and carry on, right? So some of y'all have been releasing and letting go. And once you get, even if you're not ready to actually pick up the legacy, you can at least begin to look at which part is for me during this full moon. For someone, say like Chula, who is like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm really doing it, then, you can continue to see, allow your ancestors to guide you on this path. So in her instance, it would be down this path to creating music and putting herself out there. And what we want to do a lot of times is we want to imbue this energy. You want to imbue the energy of Leo. So, that's one of the reasons I have on orange is, and I also gold. Orange might be another sign, but I still wear orange for Leo. I don't know why, but that's just me. And then gold, that actually is like the main color. Put on your gold during this full moon, and strut your stuff. All right. The lioness is the animal totem. So look that up. Okay. Um, and you want to imbue the energy of your ancestors, which they're there with you now anyway, ancestors of light. And so I just encourage you to call on your ancestors to continue to support you, to be a lamp unto your feet, a hedge of protection around you, and a guiding light of wisdom before you on this path to you fulfilling your commitment to whatever part of the destiny or the legacy you are supposed to. Now, say for instance, for me, I don't know anybody who's a priestess. I don't know anyone who else who does divination or anything like that. But that doesn't mean that my ancestors have not led me down this path, because it could have been somewhere way back in Africa that, you know, I came birthed through all these other wombs, and you know it goes way back. It goes very very far back, and so they were like, I'll give you an example. I was listening to my astrologer Lada, and she was saying families used to have astrologers. Every family had its own astrologer. And I was like, wow. Maybe my ancestors, part of the reason I'm doing this is because my ancestors knew somebody had to do it, right? So it's me, and I'll be doggone. I divine for a lot of people in my family who are open to it. My cousins, I got a couple of nephews, nieces. Yes, yes. I'm the family, I'm the family diviner. So, you know, it doesn't matter if you know someone who, you know, in the recent years who did this or not. Your ancestors are supporting you. This is a part of your legacy. And even you hear in Yoruba land, when a child was born into, say, a family of farmers, but they were to be a blacksmith, their family were like, okay, you are our family, but we're taking you over to the blacksmiths. You know, sometimes this is just how it happens. That does not mean that that child will not be supported by their ancestors. That child absolutely will be supported by their ancestors. So pour some libations for your ancestors. If you eat something, take a little bit of the food, touch it to your chest, your heart, excuse me. Yeah, your heart. Leo's the heart, and your third eye. And tell your ancestors, for my ancestors, may your spirits grow brighter and stronger. Talk to your ancestors. Let them know I'm listening to you, and I'm open to your guidance. And I think that this is perhaps a time where we can celebrate the ancestors and learn something new about our ancestors. And, you know, even if you're adopted, you can open yourself to channeling. What is it that my ancestors would want me to know? And Mercury is in Pisces right now. So this is a time where our imagination can open up. And I think that's where the real world is in the imagination. So whether you know your ancestors or not, you can open your mind up and imagine. And I think they will be giving you the truth, because Pisces is the other world, is the 99% unseen reality, right? Um, so all of us need to open ourselves up to hearing from our ancestors of light, learning something new about them, being their positive example in the world. They are saying, don't be walking around here bent over. We ain't live through all that hell for you to be walking bent over, because we had it rough. We done already paid the price. We're not asking you to do that. We're asking you to stand up tall, put on that gold, put on that crown, walk proudly out in this world, and do what you were put here to do. That is the that is the best way you can honor us. That is the best way you can honor us. You cannot honor us through wounding. You can only honor us through living like the royalty that you are. Momo says, or Maurice says, stay hydrated, and shea butter with grape seed oil added is good to detox as well as protection. I love the shea butter. I need to get some grapeseed oil. Take a pinch of sea or Celtic salt before each rest period. Okay, so we got a Leo admitting, my kids have said that living with a Leo. Oh, I don't know anyone who was raised up by a Leo who is not like, whoa, my parent can be a lot. Okay, you saw something online according to your moon sign that said you should be doing divination. I can believe it. I can't remember what your signs are, Monica, but I'm pretty sure. Seems like Cancer is in there somewhere. Tell me what your signs are. But oh, Leo. Do you know your other ones? Is that rising? Yeah. Oh, your moon sign is Leo? What's your rising and your sun sign? Um, we all should be divining. Now, how we divine is different, but you don't have to divine for other people as long as you can divine for yourself. Oh, y'all, I am switching my membership site. You can go to my website, goddessbodymindspirit.com, and just click the button that will take you to my new membership site. I will be making public posts there, but you can also sign up to be a part of the free subscription. And then there's the other same levels that were there. Now, why am I bringing this up? First and foremost, I would love for you to join me. Yes, I would. I really do want you to join my membership site. The Inner Circle is amazing. And I just want everyone watching this to know that that's my main focus this year. Spirit has said, nurture and love on that inner circle. So lots of new things coming. But I posted there a way to understand how to get your personal month. Who knows what is the number for 2020? Gemini. Oh, let me tell you, Monica, Virgos actually are some of the best astrologers out there, but Virgos actually have the potential to be excellent diviners. And it's because Scorpio is on your third house as for the Virgo ascendant. And then Gemini, that's interesting because, Gemini has to do with communication. So if you're doing divination, that's what divination is. It's communicating. And it's the ability to hear, sense, feel, see, whatever your way of doing it is, and be able to get it out and share it. So you have to have the ability to communicate, well, actually to hear and then to say it. But Virgo actually, according to your ascendant, Virgos make some of the best diviners and astrologers. Yes, I love astrology too. Yes, Centra. We are royalty standing on their shoulders. Yes, yes, yes. So we're in a New Year 4, and I'm going to get off shortly because I have to go teach a special dance for for Black History Month in the library. But this is a 4-year because 2020, that's 4, that adds up to 4. How do you get your personal year? Your personal year is going to be the next thing you get. You take your birth month and day and add it to 4. Now, you don't do that until your actual birthday. So like my birthday's in March. My personal new year does not start until March. So I'm still under 2019 until my birthday in March. Okay. But once I get to March, I take my birthday, the day and the month, add it to 4. That gives me my personal new year. Okay. And if you want to know how to get the personal month, go to my membership site. Yes, Virgo is the scientist of the zodiac, and divination is a science to a certain degree. It really is. I can tell you astrology absolutely is a science. Sometimes people think I'm a miracle worker. I'm like, no, I just looked at your chart and followed the rules. But I will say there is an intuitive aspect to astrology that cannot be denied. Hey, y'all, thank y'all so much for being here with me this morning. I hope that y'all have enjoyed this. I've enjoyed being here with you all. I said I'm going to be nurturing my membership site, but also that includes you all here in YouTube world. Yeah, this is my year to just really do all that I've wanted to do for years. And so y'all look for a schedule. I'm creating that. I had to recover from that 2020 workshop. I know at least one person here was in the 2020 workshop. That workshop was mind blowing for me to have to look at all the astrology for this year, all the oracles. Also, even if you come into my $5 level, you get the yearly reading that I created, and it has wisdom for the year, and it also has a journal guide that you can use, and it gives you great wisdom that you can use to follow, to help guide you throughout the year. Because I feel like a lot of times we get so overwhelmed with life. You remember I told you in the beginning, my eye is about the vision. Life happens, and sometimes it's hard to see the vision, and this is why oracles are so important. Because even if I can't see the higher vision, the higher perspective, if I can just get that optimistic, positive, inspirational word that Leo is so good at giving from the oracle, then it will give me the courage to just keep taking the next step until I can see the light. So, yeah, I had to recover from that 2020 workshop, but I'm good. I'm ready, and I'm looking forward to all the blooming and blossoming that we're going to do in the midst of releasing and letting go. This is Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru. Thank you all so much. I love y'all. Have a wonderful Leo full moon. And as always, like the video, share the video, and please leave me a comment. I want to hear from you. All right, y'all have a good one. Thank you. Peace. Mwah.